everybody! Thank you for joining me on my vacation to Kauai. This has been a highly anticipated trip and I'm so thrilled to share with you all. We have a lot to cover, so let's go! We were all starving by the time we landed, so we picked up some poke and got our rental car and headed straight to the hotel. It was a beautiful view. There is ocean everywhere you see, and we were just excited to be starting our vacation. We stayed at Kaua'i Landing at Poipu, which is located on the south side of the island. We opted for the 2-bedroom villa, which has a beautiful overlook to the ocean, as well as a common area and kitchen. After we got settled, we drove to Waimea, which is the west side of the island, to eat at Japanese Grandma's Cafe. It has a really nice scene, good drinks, good food, live music, and just a really good time. Next morning, we made some delicious breakfast with mimosa, and we explored the town a little bit. We stumbled upon a local grocery store. It's really nice inside. It's got great food selections, wine selections, even some souvenir shopping. We were just really excited that we had a grocery store nearby so we can utilize our kitchen. And after that, we explored the shopping center a little more. After perusing, we got hungry, so we picked up some poke again because poke is life. We spent the rest of the afternoon just chilling by the poolside because tonight we are going to the Smith Tropical Paradise Luau. This is our first excursion for the trip, and we did that on purpose because we wanted something chill and relaxing. The Smith family luau is a huge compound, and you have to take a tram to go around the entire garden. It was scenic the whole way, and there was so much chicken. The tour guides actually gave us a pretty funny story of how all the chicken in Kauai actually came about. The story goes that there was a hurricane and some chicken fled the coop, and after that they just stayed out and kept multiplying. The people of Kauai didn't want to kill chicken for food, so it just kind of goes from there. But anyway, story time's over and it's time for dinner. Before you know it, it is the imu ceremony. The sound from the conch signifies the beginning of ceremony, and we get to see the pig that has been cooking underground this whole time. Along the sound of live music, we ate one of the most delicious meals we've had on this island. And after dinner, we enjoyed a beautiful show. Next morning, after recuperating from the night before, we drove all the way up to the north shore of the island. We stopped along a market and cafe and stocked up on some food and snacks for the beach. We also got some lunch at this beautiful market, and we picked up some salad and some shrimp. After lunch, we also stumbled across a cute little store with live music playing outside. We make our way up to Princeville and Queen's Bath after that. And as soon as you reach the town, it's just a whole different vibe. The houses are so nice, the streets are wide and clean. Unfortunately, we did not make it to Queen's Bath because there was no parking, but we found a little slice of heaven at this beautiful beach. Next morning, we woke up pretty early to have a light breakfast because today we are going on a boat ride with Makana Charter to see the Napoli coast. Our tour guide is Captain AA, and not only is he super skilled at riding the waves, but he is also super knowledgeable in the land and has many stories to share along the way. Pretty choppy along the coast, and eventually a few of us got seasick, but we all felt a lot better after getting off the boat and into the ocean for some snorkeling. The perfect after-boat snack is of course shaved ice, and I got the South Shore flavor, which is basically a virgin pina colada with macadamia ice cream on top. Sunday morning came around before you know it, and we took it easy in the first half of the day and just got some tacos to eat before checking in for kayaking. We opted for the self-guided tour so we can take our time. We kayaked along the Wailua River, followed by a hike up to the Secret Fall and then back around. Crossing the river got a little tricky because of the slippery rocks, but we all wore the right shoes and we all made it in one piece. The rest of the river and the trails were pretty straightforward. There were signs and arrows everywhere guiding us on where we need to go. Calluses on our hands. It's a journey, but it's gonna be worth it. The waterfall is gonna be beautiful. For some reason, the return trip always seems so much shorter to me, but we're back on the kayak and it's time to head back to base. After we return the kayak back to the base, we hit up the musubi truck to have a after-workout snack. Our obsession for frozen beverages continue, and I think this might have been the 5th poke we've had on this trip. Next morning, I heat up my musubi and we head out for mountain tubing. After getting all the proper safety equipment on, we head over to the tubing area, which is actually a very old irrigation canal from back in the day. We lazy rivered all the way down the canal and through some caves. One of our tour guide was hilarious. He actually brought a ukulele with him and played the entire time while we were in the caves. After we grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then we head straight for our second excursion at Kipu Ranch, ATV excursion. This one is all about adrenaline and, of course, safety's first. They warned us about how dusty it would be, but I definitely underestimated it because it was dusty the entire way, but it didn't take away from the excitement and the adrenaline that we were feeling, going up and down these dirt roads and looking at all the beautiful scenery, which, by the way, so much Hollywood films were filmed here. Learning about the history was definitely my favorite part of all the excursions. I have so much more respect for the people of this land because they took heart and soul to preserve the beauty of this beautiful island. they definitely weren't kidding about how dusty it gets. And of course, there's a waterfall waiting at the end. And just like that, it's the last breakfast before we head back home. Very sad to leave because I've had the time of my life here. But I always say vacation must end so the next vacation can begin. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.